What's up, everybody? We're doing a quick accent wall here that I think is a great DIY project. I'm just going to walk you through real quick the steps you would need and the tools you would need to get this little project done. So you're going to need to start, I'll show you the picture and the finished product. You're going to start with 1.5 inch slats of any kind of wood that you want to use. You can buy it pre-cut in this at some of the big box stores, or obviously you can go to a specialty lumber store and you can rip this yourself if you have a table saw or a friend with a table saw. We ripped all our pieces, cut all our pieces to length, only a couple hours worth of work right there. And then we sanded everything and finished everything. I highly recommend this finish. Rubio Monocoat is the finish. And this is what high-end woodworkers use. You can order this off of Amazon, but this makes finishing, this makes anyone a pro when it comes to finishing. You wipe this stuff on and you wipe it off. And you not only have a great stain, but you also have protectant, kind of like a clear coat as well. Highly recommend that. Next, you're going to need a spacer piece. You'll see in the video as we build our slat wall up, we're going to use this spacer piece. It was actually just a leftover rip from the cut. Here's the tools I think you're going to need. You're going to need some good adhesive. I highly recommend this PL3. You can buy this at Home Depot, anywhere. This is great stuff by Loctite. You're going to need a stud finder. All right, I recommend you find your studs. Know if your walls are metal or wood. For this project, we're going to need some screws because we have some shelves, and I'll show you how I'm going to attach the shelves. We need 2 drills, a level. We got some paper towels for our adhesive squeeze out. We got paintbrush for touch up, fill in our holes, and we have a nail gun. So you will, for this, you could probably get away with just adhesive, but you're going to need some kind of way to attach this, whether it's nails or screws. You could use small trim screws like this, and honestly, it's not that big a hole. So if you don't have a nail gun, you could get away with the most basic of supplies to get this job done. You could buy all this material pretty much pre-cut, and you could cut this with a $10 saw by hand for your dimensional length. So we'll show you a video of us putting this, and some places we'll probably do a little pause and give you some tips and tricks. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. So over here on this wall, we've marked 3 locations where we're going to be putting some shelves. We've used green tape so we don't have an issue with the paint. We've started here. We got our first 3 pieces, small pieces here with adhesive on it. We made sure we were fairly level on the first piece, and then, you know, we can mostly count on it being level, but remember, this lumber might not be perfectly dimensional. So it's good every 5 or 6 slats to make sure you're level, and you can adjust a little bit. So as you level on it once in a while, make sure you're level. Got yourself a little stud finder. Every homeowner should own one of these. This Franklin one is really nice. So we're just going to move our tape up. And so there we go. As we go, we're just going to work our studs up, and we're going to get our nails in our studs. All right, so we got 3 shelves on this accent wall. We used the 1x8 that we were ripping. We just cut some off. I put a little spacer piece here so we can get to our height. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this between the piece on top and the piece on the bottom, like that. I'm going to wedge that in there. So what I need to do, I got my little trim screw, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drilling. I'm going to be pre-drilling 2 holes on this bottom board. Make sure I got the right side. I'm going all the way through. All right. sit around here. Now we got white oak here, so got a pretty hard material. Preset my screws, and these little flush trim screws. Oops. These little flush trim screws, you'll see, barely have a head, so they're just going to sink right in. So we had a little bit of bow in this piece. That can happen with real wood. Obviously, you don't have to use real wood in this project. I'm not even sure why I used white oak. You could use a lot of different materials for this. You could buy a slat wall type material and just rip it off the rug type backer. A lot of different stuff, but we just used some clamps here. Submitted it. See here. So we have a little sandwich here we made for our shelf. So, and then we're going to take our top piece. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pre-drill some holes.
Move the build up from in between.
Yep. Yep. All right. Okay. You got the adhesive? All right, you can come in closer? Or are you good? All right, so we got to our first shelf. We attached our shelf to our bottom board, our bottom slat with trim screws. We drilled a pilot hole, then our trim screws. This is a hardwood, so we had a little bit of bowing. We also had a little bit of tear out from the screws, so we had to clean that up. Just make sure you got a nice seam here between your slat and your shelf, and then here we want to make sure we're really level. So some of these boards are not completely straight, so as I was going up, I was adjusting a little bit, right? It can be a 1/16 off. No one's eye is going to see the difference. When we get to our shelf, we want to be nice and level. So we're nice and level. We're perfect there. Gonna attach my next slat. Oh, and also I drilled into the slat, into the stud for this bottom shelf. So this shelf is gonna be a lot stronger than you might think when you put all this together. All right, and then we got 2 pre-drilled holes here. Cameraman. So we basically made a sandwich where we got the shelf nice and secure. So there we go. All right, we're gonna keep working our way up. All right, if you made it this far, I hope that I was able to give you enough info for you to have the confidence and that be prepared to execute this wall. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments or message me on Facebook. Always happy to help. I'd like to do more videos like this. We had a lot of years of struggling and trying to figure out a lot of things on our own, and definitely want to help other people and give back. So like I said, if you want the rest of this to sped forward, and I'll stop talking soon and play some music. If you want to just kind of see how the workflow goes and watch the whole video, that'd be great. Obviously, it helps the channel, so let it run. I'll stop talking soon. Thanks again. Appreciate like, share, subscribe, and make comments. Roast me, ask questions, tell me what you want to see in your next video, what your next project is, what you got to tackle. Maybe we can help. Thanks a lot. Have a blessed day.
Oh man, if you made it this far, you made it to champion status. I really appreciate the support. Hope this video helped. Check out our Facebook as well. Also, we got a new channel called Serious Dudes. As you can see, that's what it says on the back of our shirts. Thanks a lot. We hope to be able to do a lot more videos like this, be able to share what we do, what we love to do, born to build. That way we can help some other people out along the way. Thanks again. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Take care of yourself. God bless.